Let's talk some trading 101 and technical chart analysis basics. In particular here, what is a chart time frame? I remember being new and I would hear people talking about, hey, what time frame? Oh, I'm looking at this time frame. I mean, have you ever been there before?
Yep.
And yeah, I always just remember it being very frustrating and annoying and almost feel a little stupid because you don't know what these people are talking about. And maybe you're feeling that way right now. I'm assuming it is if you're watching this video, and perfect. Good news is very straightforward, but I also want to talk about something where a lot of people don't really differentiate what they're saying, and you need to, or else it's going to cause confusion. And it totally makes sense why people kind of trip over themselves in this one regard. But again, it's actually very straightforward. So I'm going to take you to my desktop and let's learn about what is a chart time frame. Now I am using Webull charts here, so if you're interested and you like what you see, then I'll put a link down below the video and you can go get these exact same charts. They're free. It's a great platform. So like I said, I'll put the link down below. But the first thing to distinguish here is range versus interval. Now interval, that is just another way of saying a time frame. So time frame, interval, you're speaking the same language. Hey, what interval are you looking at? Hey, what time frame are you looking at? Those are saying the exact same things. But the range is what a lot of people get confused with. And notice down here they have range 1D, which stands for 1 day, 5D, 5 days, 1M, 1 month. And oftentimes, and it's one of those things where you can always tell, it's kind of one of those telltale signs that, oh, this person must be more of a beginner. And that's okay. We all start off as beginners. But you ask them, hey, what do you think about this stock? Well, I don't know. What time frame are you looking at? The 5 day. And right there, you're like, okay, you're not actually looking at the 5 day time frame. You're looking at a range over data of 5 days. So what do I mean? Well, let's take a look at this and let me just click on 1 day. And you're gonna notice this gets very, very hard to see because it's gonna condense all this into 1 day's worth of time. See that? That is 1 day's range of a whole bunch of data. Now you may be saying, okay, well, what type of data? And this is now where we need to move over into the interval, the time frame. And as I have it set right now, it is on 1 minute. So this, in other words, means this is 1 minute slices over a 1 day period. So let me just change the range real quick to 5, and it's gonna get even harder to see. So right here, we now have 1 minute slices over a 5 day period, a 5 day range. So range, very, very, at least for me, unimportant. I never look at it just because the way this platform's set up in most platforms, you can just pick whatever you want. So as I zoom in here, you can see that the range is changing and you can make the range whatever you want because again, range doesn't mean a whole lot given just how much you can, like I said, I can go out, make the range larger, I can make the range smaller. So range, don't get hung up on that at all. So now let's dig into actual chart time frame. Hey, what time frame are you looking at? And what does a time frame, what is that showing us? First off, there are unlimited time frames. You could look at a 10-second time frame. You could look at a 10-minute time frame. You could look at a 10-hour time frame. You could look at a 10-day time frame. So time frames are unlimited, but the common ones that you're gonna see most often are gonna be the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 30 minute, the 1 hour, the daily, the weekly, and then for swing traders, investors, the monthly time frame. So let's just look at the 1 minute time frame. So I'm gonna change this to 1 and you're gonna notice these things change. So what that is telling us is what is the price of an asset doing? In this situation, I'm actually looking at Bitcoin, but the same applies whether you're looking at Bitcoin, a stock, futures, any of that. But it's telling you what is the price? What is the value doing over a certain amount of time? And what amount of time? Well, if you're saying, well, Clay, you said we're on the 1 minute time frame, so I'm guessing it's over the 1 minute time, 1 minute worth of time. Exactly. So that candlestick right there, I don't know how new you are, but those are called candlesticks. That represents 1 minute's worth of time. Then another minute happened, and then another minute happened. And as I speak right now, another minute is occurring, and that's why this candle is moving around. But after 60 seconds has gone by, that candle is going to stop moving, and then a new candle will start moving because we are looking at 1 minute time slices. Therefore, if we go down and click on the 5 minute time frame, what are we looking at here? If you want to just, I'll give you a second, pause the video and kind of think about that. Okay, if you paused, welcome back. If you didn't pause, we had ourselves an awkward little silence there. But if you're saying, well, Clay, the 5-minute time frame would mean each one of these candlesticks represents 5 minutes worth of time. Good job. That's what it is. That's all it is. And then one final time, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So what is that candle there representing? Hopefully you're saying, well, Clay, that is representing 60 minutes worth of time. That is 1 hour's worth of price action over the time span of 60 minutes. Very good job. That's all a time frame is. And again, when it comes to the range, if you want to see a 1 hour or a 5-day range of just 1 hour slices, you could click on 5 days and you would have that right there. But like I said, don't get hung up on that because you can always manipulate this however you want. So at the core, that's all it is. You're looking for price movement over a certain amount of time. Whatever that amount of time is, that's going to be your time frame, and then that'll be what each candlestick represents. So now the next time you're on a forum or on social media or in a chat room and somebody says, hey, I was looking at the 15-minute time frame and I see this, you're going to know, oh, so this person was doing their analysis based off of caring about what the price would do every 15 minutes. So they wanted to get those 15-minute time slices. Now, when you get more advanced down your trading journey, you'll be using multiple time frames. You'll be using the 1 minute in conjunction with the 5 minute, in conjunction with other ones. But that's further on down the line for you. But for you as a beginner, just getting started, figuring out the basics, that's all a chart time frame is. Very, very straightforward. If there are any other very basic concepts that you're wondering about, comment down below. Give me some ideas and I can do more videos like this. But I wanted to keep this one short and sweet and just focus on the one topic here in and of itself in terms of just the basic question, what is a time frame? But like I said, leave any other sorts of questions or suggestions down below. I hope this helps. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.